and welcome back to Libib's booktube channel. My name is Kayla and welcome back to another bookish video. Today I am going to be doing yet another book tag because lately it's been feeling like spring here in the Midwest, Iowa specifically. This past week I have worn skirts and open-toed shoes and it feels so good. The sun is shining, the tank is clean, I just feel like a whole new fresh person. It feels so good. I hate winter so much. It's such a drab. And so for it to finally feel like spring again, it just makes me feel all sorts of good. But I feel like maybe this will be a little spring tease because I know the groundhog predicted 6 more weeks of winter. But maybe we're gonna get an early spring instead? I don't know. So with that being the theme this week is spring. So we're doing the I Love Spring book tag, and the original creators for the video originally have been deleted. But question number 1 is, how is spring where you live? Well, spring is just starting. It's the beginning of March, so we still have a whole lot of March and April left to go. I am feeling very, very optimistic. I've been telling people this all week. I'm feeling so optimistic, but I know there is a chunk inside of me that's like, you're too optimistic, winter's gonna creep back in, or it's gonna get all gloomy and gross and rainy, but my hopes are high. My hopes are so high. But yeah, so this past week it's been like 50 degrees, the sun has been shining, there's like a little slight spring breeze, but it's been so nice. Question number 2 is most anticipated book release this spring. Like I said, Dustborn by Erin Bowman. I've been talking a lot about that lately, but I'm going to, it's not spring, it's more literally in the middle of summer, but Long Distance by Whitney Gardner, which releases on June 29th this year. Okay, it's a little long distance-y away, but this book is just giving me kind of springy summer vibes, staring out into the distance, and I just love Whitney Gardner's other book, Fake Blood, so I'm excited to have her release another graphic novel. Question number 4 is, show us a book cover that makes you think of spring. And I know this isn't gonna be like your typical answer. You may think of like a pastel or like spring and grass and all that stuff. I'm decided to go with Nocturnal by Wilder, and this cover is more of like space and starry nights, and yes, it gives me a little bit of summer vibes, but the main reason why I think of this as spring is because spring, you finally get that extra hour of sunlight. You can finally be outside like after dark and you don't freeze to death. This is why I went with that cover. Question number 5 is, where are you going to read this spring? And it's literally right there. My couch is right there, and this is like giant windows right behind me. So I'm going to peel the curtains back. I'm going to lay on the couch and the sun cascades in, and I'm just gonna sit there and read a good book. Question number 5 is, find a book cover with the sun on it. Now, I don't have this book, but the Tea Dragon Tapestry, it has a sunset. There is no physical like orby sun like this guy has, or moon or whatever, you know, it doesn't have that, but it has a sun essentially setting. Okay. Question number 6, what are your favorite spring reads? I really don't have any favorite spring reads. I feel like my spring is kind of sparse in the spring. I do a lot of reading the first month, always in January, but this year I didn't read anything in January. I barely read anything in February, and I'm hoping maybe I can read some more books this month. I have a TBR pile that I decided to pick out last night, and I sat it on my bed, but I'm hoping to get through these 4 books. I have the Victor and Nora Lauren Miracle graphic novel. I have Sweet Dark, which is a poetry book, very short. And then 2 of, I still need to finish September Love, and I still need to finish Homebody because I haven't read that either, so that's my TBR list for these next few months if I can hopefully get through them. Question number 6 is, what are your favorite spring reads? And I'm gonna have to say, I didn't read this in the spring, and I haven't reread this, but this is the OG cover of Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. And then I also kind of liked Isla and the Happily Ever After. I don't have the dust jacket to that. This is like the only book I don't have a dust jacket to, so I still hold on to it this day. But this just makes me feel all springy and lovey-dovey, and I don't know. I I just remember all those feelings when I read that book, and that's why I'm going to dedicate this as my favorite spring read. Question number 7 is find a book with many colors on it, and I'm choosing Immunity by Aaron Bowman because this is the second book in the Contagion duology, so the second and final book. But there are so many colors on this cover, and I think it's so clean and crisp with like the white, but then you have like the red, you have, or wait, the red and orange, you have red, blue, some other colors, and it's just super pretty. And it makes me think of spring, and it makes me think of spring cleaning. Now that I'm thinking of all like the white and orange, like the orange cleaning products and white because it's nice and clean and fresh, and yeah. Looks like I need to do some spring cleaning. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this book tag. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite spring read is or what you're most anticipated for this spring season. And anyways, that's gonna be it for this week's bookish video, so don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for a new bookish video.